Casey, good to meet you in person. Hey, we've had a couple of phone calls, and then Mrs. T and I decided to drive across the state to come say hello and see you and see how you do what you do. And why don't you tell the crowd what you are making for me right now, this very moment?
So today we're working on a two-piece coin mold. We got your designs. We're running one right now. We got one of them done this morning, so we'll take a look at it here shortly.
Fantastic. And let's talk a little bit about the design end of things. And before we even get into that, how about a shout out for your company, Graphite Customs?
Yeah. Graphite Customs. We make custom graphite molds for anybody that's doing silver pouring, gold, any metals really, and then a lot of glass as well, glass blowing, hard glass, soft glass, stuff like that. So,
very cool.
Yeah.
And then, like for me, it started with an idea.
Yeah.
And I shared my idea with you. That was kind of personal to me and something unique and different. I shared my idea and some picture concepts, and you took it from there.
Yeah.
How did you go? And you sent me some images. How did you go from my idea and to putting that into a computer?
Yeah. So our big strength here is taking ideas from customers as simple as a hand drawing or just like an object, and we can find 3D models, make 3D models, and then even if we get a vector file, a picture, we can turn that into vectors and then make the 3D model out of that. So we're really good at taking a concept and making it real life. That's our strength.
Yeah.
All right, so this is my shop here. We've got 4 CNC machines, a lot of different equipment. This is our vacuum furnace.
What does CNC stand for?
Computer numerical control.
Ah.
So this is where we take a 3D model, and we program the toolpaths to the 3D model, and then we can cut the object where we need.
Okay.
So this is a small CNC mill.
Okay.
So there's 2 different types. We've got this, the X and Y axis moves, so it's a lot more accurate.
Okay.
This, the whole gantry and everything moves, but we can do bigger objects on this one.
Okay. How did you get into this?
So my dad was a tool and die maker.
Okay.
He got a CNC machine when I was in high school.
Okay.
So we kind of learned on that together. Then I did a glass blowing class, wanted to make a mold for that. So he wouldn't let me do graphite on his machine, so I had to build my own out of wood. So I used his CNC, built a wooden one, and then this business all kind of took off.
And you have a very strong technical background?
Yeah, so I'm a development engineer by day. I have a mechanical engineering degree. I went back to school, got my MBA as well, so all kinds of stuff going on.
Do you feel comfortable sharing what you design? Maybe not the company, but...
my day job, I do custom shoulders. So I design, get the 3D scans for their scapula, humerus, clavicle, and then we put the implant on top of that. So this CNC I actually built from scratch.
That's crazy,
so
man.
I designed and built it. It actually works really well. I like it a lot. Then this is the machine we're running your part on right now.
Okay.
So it's a little bit bigger, same concept. It's got tool changing abilities within it. So then you can see here's actually the G code.
Holy smokes.
That the machine is running. So that's what is developed by the computer that the machine interprets. So it's literally hundreds of thousands of points that it's going to up and down X, Y, Z to get those modes. So here is actually...
And you're doing a time lapse right here?
Yeah. So I'm just running a time lapse so you can watch it in the end. I already did one on this mold here. So this is the first half of your mold.
Okay. All right. Here's the big reveal.
Yeah.
Whoa.
So we've got pretty good detail in that.
Yeah. Can't wait to see it.
Yeah.
And do an actual pour with it.
Yeah. And then this is just one I did for another customer. You can kind of see it.
Gee, that's good. That's huge.
That's a big one, yeah.
That's not going to be silver, is it?
No, I think he's pouring copper in it. I think he's
that would make sense. How many of these do you do per week, per year?
per week. I think we're around the 5 to 10 range.
Okay.
Started off very low. I actually hired 2 designers, admin person, and then I've got a production guy that's going to be coming in. He just started a couple weeks ago, so we're trying to build this up. And I was getting really busy by myself, working full time, 2 kids.
Oh yeah.
So I started hiring people, and it's mostly family and people I know. So.
Do you think this might be a full-time gig at some point in time?
Yeah, that's the idea. I've been working towards the production is the last piece. I'll still be doing designing and stuff like that, but yeah, I would love to do this full time.
Well, I will put all your details in the video description, so anybody watching, I know I have a fair number of people who watch just because they're totally curious and it's fascinating to them to see stuff like this, and then B, a good number of people who do silver pours themselves, so definitely they'll be able to find you.
Yeah, great. That'd be awesome. Right. We're here to help.
All right, cool. I won't mention any names, but there are some famous YouTubers who purchase your graphite molds. Matter of fact, one of them is kind of an idol of mine.
Oh, yeah.
And I had no idea until I just reached out to you.
Yeah.
Well, hey, man, thank you for showing me all this, and I will definitely, I just can't wait to pour it, to be honest with you.
Thanks for coming. Really,
you got it, man. Thanks for the time, buddy.
Thanks a lot.
This is the Disk of Death. It can be found in the Museum of Anthropology in Mexico City, and I've seen it with my own eyes. And it was found in the 1960s in a place called Teotihuacan. There's Mrs. T and me back in the day at Teotihuacan in front of the Pyramid of the Sun. That's near the spot that disc was found. Back in the day, they'd even let you climb the pyramid. Now let me show you this pour and how it all panned out. I had a little bit of trouble from the get-go with this particular mold, and Casey encouraged me to keep this part in the video so you could see exactly what happened. I'm not sure about this one. No. Just half.
Oh, yeah, half of it.
As you can see in this photo, it didn't come out well. I think the opening at the top was a little too narrow. Let's try it again with another mold. All right, guys, hey, before we start this pour, a special shout out to 2 Auto. They hooked me up with my equipment, and here we go. Info on 2 Auto is down in the video description. Woo, this is what I call fun. Here we go. Wish me luck, Mrs. T.
Good luck, good luck. Be careful.
Woo-wee. Here's an instant replay from a different angle. Mrs. T shot this one, and as you can see, it poured very well. Here's the close-up. Always fun to see that. On silver versus ice water. Ooh. Ice water wins. All right, here are some of my techniques that I use to finish this project, and it's got to be tossed in the tumbler, shined up with the little steel media to polish it up, and we are going to tone one of them with liver of sulfur. Kind of stinky, but it does the trick. Here's a nice shiny one. Some people will cringe, and there it is, toning up real quick, and then a little steel wool action. And this one came out to about 3.5 ounces, and there it is. There is the shiny version, and I am so proud of this project. From idea to concept to execution by Casey, and of course, a big shout out to Casey. Oh, by the way, here's that toned version, and Casey just did a wonderful job taking my idea, bringing it to fruition in the form of that mold. And as I mentioned before, this one's very personal to me. And here, you guys decide. Let me know in the comments. Do you like the bright shiny, or do you like the toned up one? And I'll show you at the very end of the video which one I kind of prefer, but feel free to let me know in the comments. And once again, shout out to 2 Auto, shout out to Casey, and these will be available on my upcoming Whatnot auction. Link is in the pinned comments and video description. Oh, and by the way, if you got to this point of the video and you still haven't subscribed, click that logo to subscribe. And if you like to see more, I've got a playlist queued up all about silver pours. You could see my progress from absolute beginner to now.